Only just returned to YouTube, and I guess we're back in the mixer with some fantastic new news to cover for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Ladies and gentlemen, the FlyByWire team have provided us with a detailed breakdown as well as some preview videos covering the modeling and texturing on their hotly anticipated A380 project. All I'm gonna say is Mike from FlyByWire just happens to be my new favorite person in flight simulation. Let's talk about it. What is going on, guys? Varun from Flyby Simulations here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, if you guys have no idea about what the A380 project is, well, you guys are clearly living under a rock. It's a fully freeware high-fidelity A380 being developed by the same people responsible for the A320neo modification within Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, I do have a dedicated video covering the full backstory of the FlyByWire team, as well as a full case study on the state of the freeware community in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I guess you can check it out somewhere on screen right now if you guys want to. After a long patch of silence, the team has finally come out and provided us with some updates regarding the A380's modeling, texture work, as well as sounds, which we will be dissecting in our video today. Now, if you guys haven't already, I highly recommend you guys take 10 minutes to watch the full video posted on FlyByWire's official YouTube channel. I will do my best to touch on all the important points and perform a thorough analysis in this video right here, but again, you do have to give credit where it's due, and those guys are the guys who made the original video, so I highly recommend you guys go watch the source content from over there, the link to which can be found in the description section of this video. Also, if you guys are enjoying what you guys are watching, do consider giving this video a like and also subscribing to the channel. It motivates me to make more such videos for the community, and it also keeps you guys up to date with everything happening in the world of flight simulation. It is literally a win-win. Do it. Jumping into the content then, from the initial few shots, though we can't see much in the way of system fidelity, we can at least see that the aircraft is in a flyable state, with the plane coming into a landing at what seems like Sydney International Airport, but I might be wrong there. Leave it down in the comment section below if you guys do think I'm wrong, and also tell me what airport that might be. Now, Mike from FlyByWire immediately points out that the team is putting an unparalleled level of detail into this project. If the A380X is anything to judge this team's quality by, I'm all in. Moving into the cockpit, and this has absolutely astonished me, the team has managed to achieve a near 1:1 resolution scale across every object in the cockpit. This means that the relative scale of every button, lever, light, paint scruff, screw, bolt, and display will be matched to that of a real A380 cockpit, giving you a fully realistic experience. The grid you guys are seeing in the background goes to show that the size of various objects is consistent with the real thing. Mike points out the reason for striving for such perfection is because the team doesn't want the aircraft's users to even subconsciously notice scale differences between the plane in the sim and the one in real life, as it detracts from the immersion they're trying to create and achieve. I mean, talk about attention to detail. Going further into modeling, Mike says that the entire aircraft is built within Blender and uses various change factors called modifiers to achieve precision for the 3D model on the interior. Since Microsoft Flight Simulator also supports the use of these modifiers, the team have been able to achieve things like pristine curves on various objects and subtle geometrical differences on the glare shield between both sides of the flight deck like never before. Now, will an average user notice them? Probably not, but for those that do, details like this will prove to be the difference between good and great add-ons. Seeing this bare bones kind of look at the aircraft cockpit really goes to show how much effort has gone into this project, with Mike himself quoting over 3,000 hours of his own spare time being dedicated towards this project. There's a reason I said. All I'm gonna say is Mike from FlyByWire just happens to be my new favorite person in flight simulation. Moving into the texture work, Mike says that this is his best work on the project. It truly does show with the amount of detailed texture work that I've seen and the precision and care with which it's been implemented. Now, the textures you guys are seeing in the background here are a combination of different channels that are layered on top of one another, taking into account different factors to produce the beautiful effect we see in the simulator. Mike demonstrates one of these channels, which also happens to be the most important one, and that's the ambient occlusion channel. As you can see, it's a representation of all the lighting information and the color information that the sim requires to render the aircraft in all of its visual glory. Things like reflections and what the aircraft interior will look like in different sunlight configurations are primarily determined by this ambient occlusion channel. In Mike's own words,
"It is perfect."
Can't argue with Mike now, can we? Mike then also goes on to show us the roughness map, which determines the wear and tear being integrated into the cockpit. You can see how the most touched surfaces like the palm rest, the throttle quadrant, the various buttons, and the side sticks have custom wear and tear. The displays also all have dust, lint, and fingerprints on them to reflect a rugged look. All in all, very good job on this map. Now do keep in mind that all of this modeling and texture work is based on individual 45 megapixel images of every inch of the flight deck, meaning we're definitely getting something visually accurate. As with most add-ons, Mike encourages us to discover several details on the plane for ourselves when we get our hands on it, as they don't want to spoil all the fun. Oh, and if you're thinking they surely can't do anything more for a freeware product, you're wrong, my friend. Mike confirmed they're also designing a separate clean cockpit variant of the plane where there's minimal wear and tear to make the plane look brand new. Yeah, I'm donating some big bucks to FlyByWire when this aircraft finally comes out. Moving to the exterior, the same precision and level of detail is preserved. We can see the work on the rear of the aircraft with pristine light reflections and modeling of individual screws, and then of course, just look at that landing gear wheel with the high resolution textures everywhere. You love to see it. The same also carries through with the pylons, the wings, and the engines, where you can even see parts of the engine interior being modeled, and it looks awesome in the simulator with fuel marks and paint scruffs and oil spills on the underside of the wing. I mean, honestly, I can't really say much more about this because this is absolutely fantastic modeling. Moving on, through this passenger view, we can also see how the ailerons are moving independently to maintain the aircraft's attitude in what Mike affectionately calls the aileron dance. It's subtle, but a decent amount of wing flicks can also be noticed. Now, it's been a while since I've flown on an A380 as a passenger in real life. I used to do it a lot back when I used to live in Singapore and I used to fly Singapore Airlines a lot, but I think from an initial impression, the wing flex does look very accurate to me. Engine wobbling has also been modeled, and flight control surfaces have been independently and physically simulated. Now, we're gonna get more of an idea about this when we actually get into the nitty-gritty of system analysis. Hopefully FlyByWire puts out some more videos that'll allow us to see that part of this, but yeah, great to see this stuff yet again anyway. Now, towards the end of the video, some custom sounds were also previewed. Now, I'll play a few of them here, but not all of them, as an added incentive for you guys to check out the original source video. Again, link is down in the description section of the video, but here's a collection of few of those sounds from that original video. Enjoy. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I truly hope you guys enjoyed this news update regarding all of the progress that's been taking place with the A380. Do tell me in the comment section down below, are you excited for this product? Is it kind of just like not your thing, these airliners and stuff like that? I personally think that any development studio that's putting in so much effort into a freeware product just sets a new standard for payware developers in the community, and competition just propels itself. So I'm super duper excited to see what happens with the rest of the community with add-ons like this coming to market. Now, by the looks of things, we should start progressively seeing more and more of these videos come out, maybe covering different aspects of the plane. Like now we've seen modeling and texturing, maybe we'll go ahead and see some system depth in a future episode, and I speculate that these video releases will eventually culminate in the actual product releasing later in 2023. Now, as I said in my previous video on the A380, if you guys have any sort of experience with modeling or texture work or coding or anything of the sort, do make sure to join the FlyByWire team and help them in bringing the first ever A380 developed for any simulator to our virtual skies. With that said, thanks for watching and thanks for flying by.